Hi, I'm Jen Foster, and I'm here today with another Jen. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hey, Jen with two N's. It's Jen with one N. And my name is Jennifer Karlovati Ederhold. And it's a pleasure to be here with Jen today. And I am an online publisher. My site is beabestseller.com. And I serve entrepreneur-minded authors, speakers, and businesses to elevate their brand and really make an impact with their message around the world. Jen, off to you.
Awesome. Well, I'm a digital marketing expert, and I'm Jen Foster with Biz Social Boom. I help professionals and entrepreneurs get found online, and I use social media and video to do that. And today we are going to talk about a book that we are both co-authors in. It's called Stand Apart, and I'll show you a picture of that here.
Yeah.
With Dan Kennedy.
And if anybody in the audience who doesn't know who Dan Kennedy is, what's the best way to describe him? I know that Frank Kern, one of my mentors, always comments that he's just a grumpy old man, but actually he is one of the leading professionals in direct sales and also in writing.
In writing and copywriting, and I know he's one of the leading experts as far as internet marketing. He knows everything about internet and mail marketing.
Right.
Physical mail.
Yeah, so it was really cool to participate with him. And what we'd like to do today is to share with you how you too can stand apart with whether it be with your business, if you have a book, or just in the social media world. So does that sound about right, Jen?
That's right. If you notice, the subtitle of the book is How You Can Stand Out from the Crowd to Achieve the Ultimate Success. And so we're just going to kind of go over our chapters and what we wrote about in our books and kind of introduce you to that.
And so my hope is that you can apply a lot of these principles to your own business, book, however, personal life, to really stand up and stand out. Okay, so Jen, why don't you go ahead? Why don't you share a little bit about what you were passionate about and how you stand apart and how that can help others stand apart as well?
Sure. Well, my chapter is about the 5 secrets to marketing your business online. And, my background is I grew up from an entrepreneurial family, and so I've always wanted to have my own business. I've always owned my own business. And when you get a business and you try and compete online, it's really hard to get people to come to your store or to come to your website. And so what I've done is learned all the tools and tricks to do that, and then I've helped other people do that. So my chapter is about the 5 secrets to marketing your business. And, the first one I'll just kind of go over is local marketing. And that's just making sure that you're on all the Google Maps. And I don't know about you, Jen, but if people can't find you just in like for stores and restaurants, when you're looking on your phone, do you use your phone, Jen, to go online and look to see what restaurants you're at?
Always go on my phone. One thing that, in regard to that, one other thing that I utilize a lot is Yelp. Mm-hmm. And to look for reviews.
That's a great online directory.
Right. And so, very, very important, especially for brick and mortar business or even consulting or coaches and consulting, that you can be found. So right on. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, so yeah, that secret is really just making sure you're on the map, making sure your business has the right phone number, address, all that sort of thing.
So question for you, Jen, with this chapter in the secrets, what about if you want to have a broader spectrum? Are there certain internet marketing secrets out there that you can be found more online?
Yeah, so having the Google Maps directory is good, even if you have a local store and you're trying to target more than just just your local area. One of my clients actually sell products online, but then they have a brick and mortar store. So their biggest part of their business is actually selling on their website to the nation, but they also have a showroom and an online store. So to have both actually helps you with your online sales as well as having your local maps. So it kind of all ties together.
Great. Great. Are you going to share another secret?
Sure. So let's go to secret number 2, which is mobile marketing. So mobile marketing really just means your cell phone. Everyone has a cell phone or a tablet these days, and if they don't, they're getting one for their birthday or Christmas this year. So we want to make sure our websites and our business websites and the things that we're doing work on a phone. So if you have a website and you go to it on a mobile device, like a phone or a tablet, and you have to use your fingers to make it bigger, then you are not mobile friendly. So you need to make sure you get a mobile website that's friendly, and click to call, all those kind of things help the mobile user to find you and get access to you or buy online or whatever they're trying to do. So that's secret.
Very cool. No, I know it. Don't you see when you're walking down the street these days, wherever, everyone is looking in their phone all the time. They're barely, like, people bump into you because they're not even paying attention sometimes to where they're going. Crazy. But mobile is really where it's at, definitely.
Definitely. So I'll just go over my other 3 secrets, and then we can go to Jen, and she can talk more about the story and what she helps with publishing books and helping others and entrepreneurs get their story out. So the top secret number 3 is social media marketing. And I think with this one, people get so overwhelmed. They think, oh no, I need to be on all these places. There's so many social media platforms out there coming at you, like Pinterest and Flipboard and Twitter. There's so many. And I think the most important thing and the best secret is just concentrate on 1 or 2 and make sure you're posting consistently and regularly. And then your business looks like they know what they're doing instead of having 100 different social media platforms that you never post.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great tip, Jen. Great tip. Because I know so many people have said to me, "Oh, why do I need to be on this or that?" So that's fantastic.
That's great. And then tip number 4, we'll go to that one, and that is text and email campaign. A lot of people use autoresponders, which is a series of emails that go out in a time frame that you set up. And if you incorporate that with texting, then you can send out text and emails on an automatic basis to connect and engage with your customers.
That's fantastic. And you know what? I've found people sometimes, Jen, get a little resistant to this. Like, they feel like they might be bothering somebody. But I have this theory, and tell me what you think of it. It's really like you have a relationship, like you and I have a relationship, and I thought if you just rename it, reframe it, it's like you're being a pen pal. Mm-hmm. And so you're really just reaching out to a good friend, touching base with them, sharing with them great things that you found out, and sometimes I think that's less intimidating. What do you think? So for people that are just starting this journey in terms of email or texting.
Definitely. When you make it like a pen pal, it's so much more, it just comes across to the other person as more friendly. The top marketers of the world, they have the email campaigns. They're sending out weekly emails or newsletters, if you want to call it that. But they're not flashy. They're not like bells and whistles. It looks like a regular email that you'd send your friend if you're writing them an email letter. And that's the kind of emails that you want to send.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll go on to the next tip, which is number 5, and that's video marketing. And I saved the best for last because video is where it's at. And if you're not using video in your business today, you need to. And there's plenty of videographers and people that will come and video you for a good price, or you can use your smartphone. Smartphones work really well. You can just record yourself, and you can get yourself on YouTube and in front of your customer so they can know, like, and trust you.
That's fantastic. Okay, Jen, one question for you with the video. All right. So what if you feel like you have a face for radio and being on camera intimidates you? Do you have any suggestions for the people out there to say, you're beautiful just the way you are, or any thoughts on that?
Yeah, exactly. The first thing I would say is if you're really scared to be on camera, there's always slideshows or PowerPoint presentations that you put your voice behind if you really don't want to be on camera. But the second thing I'd say, which I had to tell myself over and over and over, is just get over yourself and just put yourself in front of the camera.
Yeah. And it's really the more, when you have compelling things that you're sharing, people are listening to what you are saying, and they're looking at your genuine giving nature. So people understand that.
That's very true.
So
that's very true.
And so that's great, because that really leads to a great segue for me in terms of what I'm very passionate about, and what I've shared with you is that utilizing storytelling as an element to get your message out. And basically, storytelling is a wonderful tool. We all tell stories. We've been telling stories since caveman time. And basically, our DNA is programmed to really listen to stories. And so when you're sharing your stories with people that you want to impact, maybe that is your customers in some ways, or even like, say, children or anything, a good story will always get your message across better.
Right.
And so one of the things that I have been doing, I have a site called beabestseller.com, because as an online publisher, I know that people really want to get their messages out strong and clear. And one thing that I would say in regard to that is that, people need to know good elements of storytelling. Now, Jen, you've written a book, correct?
Right.
All right. Share with me, okay, your process and how you've written your book, and what was the burning message you wanted to get out?
Well, I'm actually in the process of writing my book, which is Video and Social Media for Professionals. But the message is just simply do what you know best, be an expert at what you do, and let other people know what you do. I don't know if that makes sense, but you use social media and video to get that across.
Right. And also, the book is also another mode to reach your audience.
Right.
Okay, so now in terms of telling that story, the one thing about a story, as you're writing your book, there are 3 basic points that have to happen in every story. There has to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. So essentially, with that being said, how can you create a compelling story? So first of all, you need to be sincere in your storytelling, what you want, okay? And then from that point, you begin. And so essentially, there are 3 things you need to do. One is you've got to identify why you want to share this story. Okay? And so with your video marketing, or anybody out there, so you need to start asking questions. Like, why do I want to do this? What kind of impact do I want to make on the world through sharing this story? And what special gifts do I personally have, or you personally have to offer but others by sharing this story? It's always about giving in the world of storytelling. The next step that you need to do is understand who you are sharing this story with. Who do you think will benefit the most from it? So I call it a perfect person. And so this is really important to understand who you're talking to. So you really need to dig down deep at this point and know what the gender is of your perfect person, the age, the environment your perfect person lives in. Really dig deep to see who this person is. Really go on, like, what are their interests, blah, blah, blah. The goal here is to dig deep. And that way you can better connect with them. And then lastly, in your storytelling, so that's in the closing of your story, the ending, you need to direct your perfect person to take some course of action. So in that point, it can be, to do these 10 breathing exercises to live better. Or it could be share this story with another person that you think will impact them as well. And also, or it could be like if you're in the entrepreneur set, or in, like what you said with your brick and mortar businesses, to buy this widget. So those are the great elements of telling a great story. And you can see I'm really passionate about it because I think anybody who has great storytelling tools can knock it out of the park with their marketing. So that's why I'm really excited about the chapter in the book and your chapter as well, where you also talk about in your chapter empowering women, which is entrepreneurs, which is wonderful. So I think it's just it's a great story, and I hope everybody listening will take the opportunity to enjoy the book as well. Is there a way that we can do that, Jen?
Yeah, I'm going to be getting my book set up to give away a free copy of the ebook, but also both of us will be doing events and having physical copies of our book. You can also buy the book online at Amazon.com, and you can check out my book and also Jenn's book at my website, which is JennFosterSEO.net, and I have that one there. And I know you can just go to Amazon.com and type in Stand Apart, and you'll also find the book as well.
Fantastic. That's great. So this has been fun, Jen.
It has been lots of fun.
Yeah, so, and I hope that everybody listening to it, seeing this, has gotten some value, and we would love any questions that you may have moving forward. So,
sounds good. You can always find either of us on Facebook and on YouTube, and please like us and subscribe to our channels.
Absolutely. My channel is facebook.com/beabestseller.
Great. And mine is facebook.com/bizsocialboom.
All right. Okay.
Well, great. Have a great day.
Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.